You are so excited to go to Japan and go to Universal Studios Japan in Osaka. I have top 10 tips for you so that you are prepared going into it to make the best day ever. Number one, go early because there's this unspoken and unposted early opening time. Now, I can't tell you the exact time because it's not the same all the time. However, this goes into point number two, which is get the early access ticket. I recommend Klook.com. I have found it to be the best price and it's super easy. It just loads onto your phone. You just scan from your phone. Now, the early access ticket, at least when we went at the end of 2023, it was just $10 more. $10 more to get early access. That meant it said 15 minutes early. But I will tell you that we actually got to the gate way earlier than that at 7:15 because that is what it told us was the gate opening time. And so even if you're just paying for that to know what that gate opening time is, for us, it was totally worth it. It's actually 9 a.m. for the general opening or at least the listed time. So when I said go early, they still let people in earlier than the 9 a.m. or whatever the opening time is. They do let the early entry people in way before that, which for us, it was 7:15 when we had to be at the gate and they started letting people in shortly after that. And if you want Mario Land entry and you couldn't get that Mario entry access pass, it's totally okay. If you go at the early entry time, there will be no problem. They're not at the max yet. Just go straight there. Good to go. Download the app. It is totally useful for wait times, the virtual map to see where things are, and the PowerUp band. If you get it, all the information is really stored there, special badges you get, how many coins you have. It got a little competitive in our family of who got more coins, who got the special badges at different places, because sometimes you unlock these hidden mystery badges and you don't even know. So that was really fun to be able to see, and you wouldn't be able to see all that without the app. And the Power Up bands are recommended by me. But don't go to the first stand you see right when you enter, which is what we did. So learn from our mistake because the further in you go, and there are still stands, the further in you go, there were less people and you're closer to all the stuff. And so you can get there faster. It's a win-win. So don't do what we did. Go further in and get your bands. Now we get to Power Up Band games and why I think you should get them. I made a whole video of what the Power Up Band games are like, so go check it out there. But let me just walk you really quick through what to expect and why I think it is a much better experience for the whole world if you get it and have it. There are 5 different games. You need to pass 3 games. They could all be the same one, but you need to pass 3 games to go into the Bowser Jr. special game section, which is like the final boss, and it's totally worth it. We failed a few of the games throughout the course of playing, and so we had to stand in more lines, and there were long lines, but we passed. Some staff will help you do it. You can ask if you want to and see if they will help you, especially if you have smaller children, and get to that final stage. There is a alarm one. There is a puzzle one where you have to solve a puzzle. There is a timing one where you have to knock the shell at the right time. There's one where you have to use your muscles to try to get Goomba to fall off. There's a slot machine type of thing. So a lot of them are luck. A lot of them are actually needing skill. So go figure out what the right fit is for your family, but I think it's totally worth it. Save time for stopping at shows. Whether your feet and legs need a rest or you just like seeing something different instead of just riding rides, leave time for that. They're super fun. There are big and little shows. So there's like the Harry Potter musical show. There are characters that come out at Mario Land. There are magic things at Harry Potter where we were going out and there's just these little things you can wand and it makes it feel like you are performing magic. So there's just little things all throughout that you can participate in. I think your kids will really enjoy it as well. Plus, that could be your snack eating and feet resting time. Who doesn't need that on a long day at an amusement park? If you want the foods, you have to go early. For example, if you want to go sit at Toadstool Cafe in Super Mario World, there's no reservations. You just have to stand in line. And so, if that is a priority for you, you need to go stand in line, or at least someone in your party needs to be there. We passed because, as much as we wanted to, was not how we wanted to spend all of our time. Even the snacks had a long line, but I will say the popcorns were delicious, and being a foodie, I wanted to try all the different ones at Mario Land, but I think it's gonna have to be a different time because those Yoshi Yakisoba buns and everything else had such a long line. We prioritized the rides and the games versus the snacks. Speaking of food, may I highly recommend lunch at the Harry Potter Cafe. You can sit outside and stare at Hogwarts. It is so cool. The view is lovely. They have heaters if you go in winter like we did. They won't give you free water. Actually, I asked for a cup of water. They said no, unless someone in our party was having an emergency or I needed it for a milk bottle for my baby. So I didn't feel like lying. However, I did not know that there was a water fountain outside, and it would have been nice for them to let me know. So there are water fountains around the park should you need those. Otherwise, you'll need to pay, or if you want to lie and tell them that someone is having an emergency, they will give you a cup of water. Leave room in your suitcase and your wallet because the merch is so cute, or kawaii, as we say in Japanese. So many fun things that we wanted to buy. My son came away with this cheap, cheap hat, which is super fun, where you can squeeze it and it moves. Super, super cute. There were so many things like that that I would have wanted to buy the whole shop, honestly, and I'm not even a stuff person, but there are tons of things. Just be careful as you take your kids into the shops, or you, if adults like me love all the stuff too. So be careful, bring your extra money and luggage space. And back to food because you know I love food. There is so much good food actually right outside this area too. So if you are leaving and you don't want dinner in the park, there are fantastic options right outside the gates of Universal. Even if you don't go to Universal itself, the area is before entering, so it is a super fun atmosphere, food, merch, all that kind of stuff. There is tons of yummy food to be had in true Japan fashion. Eat before you get back onto the train, then go home to your hotel, wherever, and enjoy. If you enjoyed this video and found value in it, remember to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Mata ne!